Yo. Let me know if my mic is alright. And then also if the music is too loud. Should decrease that.
Hey AJ.
What's up?
Did you forget to change the title?
Yeah, I don't know how to.
It's on Restream.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I'll do it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Actually, yeah, I'll do it.
Okay.
It'll upload to Twitch with the wrong title, with the original title.
Oh, okay.
So it's fine, but just for the future.
Okay.
And also, you're gonna have a live mic, right?
Yeah, I have a live mic.
Hey folks, AJ's going live.
Hello, EP Davos, Yozaro, and Thane. Welcome. Alright, so today we're going to be working on the inventory item container. Right now I'm just working on moving things inside and outside of the containers and in between containers, stuff like that. I imagine it's going to take a couple hours, so and then we can clean up a lot of our movement code. So right now I currently just you can like put items in here and they'll actually stay. And then I think because this is a Scorpion, it'll be loaded too. Yeah, so it's loaded. So you can like load your siege engines in your inventory because they're containers. Alright, so and then it'll work for all the containers right now. I just have a bunch of test containers. That shouldn't happen. Oh. Alright, well, we'll fix some bugs. What did you use? End up using for drag and drop since I had to abandon you on that one. I made our own drag and drop. It's let's see. Yeah, all the drag and drop libraries for React didn't really work, so we just made our own drag and drop. So yeah. So let's do this. Alright, so first I'm going to start off by...
Let's just make sure Rob is directly plugged in over there.
Alright, you're back up, that looks like.
And not plugged into something else.
I think our router may have died or something.
Well, the internet.
Oh, yeah.
And we should make sure, Rob, you've got like...
Yep, you're up. Oh, yeah, okay, alright.
One monitor plugged in. Like, not a
hey
whole bunch of
guys,
shit in.
we lost power for a second. Sorry about that. So I shall continue.
The battery side, not like 12.
There are 5 things plugged in total, 3 on one side.
So
I mean, as long as you've
right
got
now,
one monitor and one PC on the battery, you should be fine. But don't connect like all 3 monitors.
yeah, I already did this. These aren't going to save the position right now because I'm not logged into the game, but for some reason, when you move...
Because you may just have too many things plugged in.
I don't know what's up with that. Oh, I don't actually have it running right now.
There's the PC, a monitor, and this.
Okay.
Adri Cortesia, I think the headset makes some noise. Oh yeah, there's some beeping noise coming out of someone's computer.
That's out of it.
I can
Like Rob's.
Wait, what?
yeah, it's Rob. I'll mute my mic for now and just play some music until it's fixed. All right, the beeps are gone.
It's not the same beeps. It's very different beeps.
Alrighty, so where was I? Okay, so oh yeah, so there was some weirdness when moving these. I don't know why it isn't anymore. Oh yeah, and then also these containers open up in the order you open them, and eventually we'll color code them, and you guys will have the option to choose from a color picker and save it to that container, so you can organize your inventory and all your containers and color code all of them. So yeah.
Yeah, mine died.
Yours died this time?
Yeah.
But
What do you mean open them in the order that you open them?
You have just like one.
like you would do this, and then
Yeah.
if they're in the same row.
You want to replace that?
I thought that was the design.
No.
Oh, okay.
It was from left to right.
Rob on the list.
Oh, okay. I can do that. That's fine. But
Yeah.
so for now,
Is that what happened?
I have it the order you open it, but it'll eventually become left to right.
But if you do it that way, if you do the order you open it, I would do it. The oldest ones go on the bottom.
Okay.
And we can do
Yeah,
that.
that's okay.
Yeah, you have Elvis on top.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
if you open a new one, it should.
Yeah,
be
that makes sense. Okay. Do you want it to be like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is change the order of when you open the container. The oldest ones will go to the bottom, and the newest ones will be at the top.
I thought we were going to do
So and then we'll start working on moving things around.
Maybe.
So I think it'll be easy since I already have it in
or Caleb, they probably know.
order opened. I just need
That
to
is not a
reverse.
test I am concerned about, so it is not on my radar.
Yeah, and so that should actually okay, let's not play this song.
beep, beep, beep.
I don't know what the heck that song was. Let's see. Yeah, so now it should just open up in reverse order. Well, they need to be in the same row for it to. Yeah, okay, cool.
What? Now I can't
Right,
build?
did that work?
That's amazing.
It's not. Didn't work. So for some reason, like the third isn't going in order. We'll see. Containers open. Show container and let me just see what our containers reversed, like the order of. Let's see.
I don't think there's any that are daisy chained offline. Someone's computer goes off. I'm sorry. Yes. Hello. It would have been off.
Alright. So let's put these all in the same row. I just want to see what it's outputting. Like, why is this opening and that opening? Let's see.
Can you open containers in multiple rows?
What?
Can you open containers that are on multiple rows?
What? Say what? Say.
Can you open containers that are on multiple rows?
I don't know what that means.
If you have a container in row 2 and a container in row 3, can you open both?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's all in the each inventory row component has a state that's containers open and it's just an array. Okay. So I don't know why it's not going in order right now. So 3, 2, 1. Let's see. If I close these guys. Yeah, and these guys aren't closing. They tick. Let me get these guys in this room. Yeah, I'm gonna get these guys in the same row and make it stay there so I don't have to keep moving them every time I reload. Okay.
When you put it in the corner by the printer, and I think we just need to tell them we have a electronics disposal we need to do.
So this was fine. So this should stay there. I'm just gonna leave this guy up. Okay, so doesn't make sense. Versus, yeah, it should just work. So I don't have it hooked up right now, but I'm just gonna see what it says. Yeah, it's like what did I do? Let's just see what's up, what's given us for the actual item. So this should be, I don't think it's because of the reverse. It doesn't make any sense. So I'll let it build. See what's going on with the item. I think it may have something to do with the item. Grandpa Toffee, hello. Welcome. Oh yeah. So let's see. Is it not printing? What's going on? Not sure. Let's just go here. It seems like it's not a container item for some reason. Wait, what? Okay, so that works. But let's see. Yeah. I don't know why it's pushes an order. Oh. Maybe I okay. I think I know what's going on. It's like actually mute. Let's see. Where am I using this guy? This does the trick. Hopefully it doesn't. This fixes everything going out of order when it shouldn't be. Yeah. Okay. So I think that should yeah, it looks like that was it. I'll probably come up with a more elegant solution to this. I don't think I need to right now though. I'm gonna get back to trying to move things in and out of containers and into multiple containers. Well, let's just test actually. This doesn't have the updated. Let's just test like moving things in separate rows and making sure everything works. Yep. So that looks good. Okay, yeah. So when you move an open container, for some reason it flips out. So we'll need to fix that. But everything looks pretty good. Move that in the same row. Okay. Okay, cool. Today I'm supposed to be working, but I want to watch this. Well, alright. Well, let's fix the bug where when you have the container open and then you move it, it flips out, or the inventory flips out. So it says this is where the error is. Item. When I'm creating a move item request to container position. What? I don't think it's supposed to be doing that, because it's not actually going inside a container, it's just moving to a different inventory slot. So create, it's actually not in this file, it's in this file, I think. Oh, it's not, it's this. Right here. So it's complaining that there's no item being passed on. Honestly, Microsoft Edge isn't that bad. I haven't like really used it, but Edge is pretty nice. I can see it coming up in the next couple years. Alright, let's see. Let's move this guy and see what's up. So for some reason he's coming in as undefined. I don't know why. But where is it coming from? We can see. This is our where's my popcorn. That popcorn we got is so good. The buttery version, super butter. Oh, it's so addicting. Is it true that US peeps eat their popcorn salty? Yeah. Well, I don't know about all US peeps, but whenever I go to the movie theater, I butter that and put salt on it. I mix it around, reapply. Okay, I think this is reloaded. Yeah, Zube, it depends, butter and salt, yes, but there's all kinds of popcorn that isn't salty, that's true. Let's see. Oh, I was looking at where it's coming from. What is this? It's a crafting item. Is a craft Oh. Okay, then let's not. We already know. Let's go to that guy. Now let's see what's going on here. When you move something. It's about that cheese popcorn. Yeah, cheese popcorn is good. I like cheese popcorn. Yeah, sometimes I just go to the movie theater and watch a movie just to eat some popcorn. Alright. Because that stuff is so good. To be honest, it smells better than it tastes. When you walk in the theater, it smells so good. So it doesn't... Oh, it's already an item. I don't actually need a... So then, let's see. Okay, maybe I just don't need to do this. I can go like this. And then it'll stop flipping out. How was the movie? I don't know, but the popcorn is wonderful. Yeah. I mean, I pay attention to the movie. I usually finish all my popcorn like during the previews. What was this guy complaining about? It's not gonna be. Well, so it should. Oh, I'm looking through the items. I don't know why this is doing that. So we'll see why it's doing that. Now that MoviePass is a thing, I think half my income goes to popcorn and drinks at the movies. Yeah, I have a MoviePass and only spend money on concessions. Hey guys, can someone tell me how I could start Cube? Can't start in this new patcher. What tier are you? I just pushed up an update today that should fix Cube, or the Cube Play Now button showing up. So it should be up on your patcher, Geisha. Zero Fatego, what UI component are you working on today? AJ saw something with the inventory. You're working on, working on inventory containers, so things like well, it didn't work. These guys just, they're supposed to show this block of items that you can put in them. yeah, I don't know. Maybe I have to figure out why it's coming in as an inventory item fragment right now. Because do we need to use Lua to mod the UI? No, you just need to use any web dev. It's just web development, so it's, you know, JavaScript and HTML and CSS. Hey, Rocket Mist, welcome. So for some reason, when I move the item, it's coming in as the wrong thing, or it's giving me wrong stuff. And it's because, oh, because it's not even there anymore. So when I move it, let's go like this. Ah, Cube works now. Thanks, mate. Yeah, no problem. Sorry about that, man. Oh well. Oh well, no more Lua. Is that a new thing for games to show the UIs through a browser? I think it's starting to become popular. I think PUBG does that with their UI, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think BDO does that. There's a couple games doing that. So the reason why it's coming in wrong is because when you move the item, it's not there anymore, and I'm trying to look for the item that should be there. So when I move it, I need to get rid of it. I need to filter it out. So how do I do that? Maybe I'd say maybe that's why I put. Oh, so. This is. Away and is container is open and close the container. Close the container. Okay, so this doesn't. So then this should make it not blow up. So then we get rid of. Okay. So that should fix that. I write BDO. That's why it feels so fluent. Conan Exiles, I believe, does. Yeah. I'm not sure what does and what doesn't. I've never played Conan Exiles. Scotus, I think, uses a custom-made browser. Yeah. I think, let's see. They have a gallery of games. Yeah, I don't know all the games that use web browsers and for the UI. But anyways, what I just did should fix when you move and it's open from it to. Oh, well, it did. Let's see. Maybe it's updating before it hits this block, and it shouldn't be doing that. Oh, well, it did fix it. Oh, no, never mind. So we need to check if this guy's a container. So, let's just say, yeah. It is a container, okay, so then this is gonna, so we need to go in here and say let's just use brackets. Just make sure, because if there's no item, then obviously it's not any of these guys. Okay, so now it should be fixed. Should be. Let's see. Yes. Okay, cool. So that works pretty well. Okay, so now, so I have moving items into the containers. When you move items outside of the containers into the inventory, it seems to duplicate the item, and it'll move the item eventually, but in the UI it'll temporarily duplicate the item, one in the container, one in the inventory, so I need to fix that. So let's do that now. Let me commit this. Okay. So let's see. So the item container, when I I think what I'm doing is going in here and then doing this. But let's just see. Let's just see what the item is in the inventory or in the container when I move it, if it changes. So see, it moves it outside, it just temporarily doesn't. So it just doesn't update, it seems.
What's going on?
What is going on?
Are you thinking that I won't
So maybe I'm not,
I was running a server and playing the game, and then I came back.
Let's keep that there.
And we could start.
and then go in here and then see this.
Rebuild it, rebuild master, merge back in.
So it's hitting this. So this should, once the item container gets the update, which it isn't, then it should be working. So just gonna see what's up.
Right, it's the file, and we generate code, and then we compile that code. That code wasn't compiled, so I'm forcing it to recreate the file of code.
Necron, by the way, cheater, Lutrapan, and Arthurian Siege Engine. Yeah, I stole it.
I have no idea how.
Hello, is this open source? Do you stream this often? The company City State Entertainment streams every day and multiple times a day. but different people. So like the artists will you know, will stream, and sometimes other programmers will stream. And then on Fridays we have, you know, Q&As with either MJ or Tyler, or Tim, or Andrew, other people. And then is this open source? It's open to the public. Here, let's see. The repository for the UI is open to the public, but the game code is not. Okay, so let's see. Let's say after change, and before. And then, so we'll see the change, and then it's gonna enter here. It's not gonna enter this block because it's not stacked. I don't even think it's gonna. Well, let's just see if it comes in here. Is that how you spell exist? Okay, and then if it does enter this, it should be coming here. Hit it. Alright. Where's my cube gone? Secrets ask, where's my cube gone? How could you do this to me? It should be open your patcher right now. If it's not, then that is a problem. But it should be in your patcher, Sakrix. Zirkin, well, that's very cool. I've been looking for professional software streaming. Most streams are just random people doing side projects. Alright. I think I need to. Well, I had my headset off. Did AJ say something? Yeah, Cube should be in your patcher right now. I've just started using GraphQL after inspiration from your stream, so thanks. City State Games. LZ Luke. Yeah, man, nice. Cubers are planning a riot. Well, there's nothing to write anymore.
Thousands of followers.
Alright, so we just have to wait for it to reboot, and then we can continue.
This is an opportunity for a web dev who's passionate about games to cross over and work on games, given the skills they have.
Ever so slowly climb.
Yep. It might, but it puts the time horizon on an entire.
These are all the types that follow that.
To some extent, it doesn't matter because we don't know anything.
Now that we're doing the garbage collection. I'm guessing those were all pin buffers back in sockets probably. I'm doing a GC root on one now to see what's pinning or what's referencing it. But it's almost certainly just pinned by sockets. We're not doing a spatial query. The interesting thing is these guys are like anywhere from a half meg, 30 meg, this one 80 meg.
Okay, so now it should.
So trying to see if I can ferret out what some of these guys.
Yeah, but I mean, the real thing is like this probably puts us on a timeline of
How's the
yeah, so it can sweep it
let
under
me
the
see.
rug and move and worry about it.
why it's not working. It's
Sometime
properties?
And I'm sure there's two things happening here. One is fragmentation because of pinned
Am I
fiber
using
and the other is the other thing we addressed this
am I using the right
morning, which
mic?
is
Is the mic quality good, or is it like really fuzzy
these are
and
actual
picking up
allocations.
everything? Because I may not be using the right mic.
So, yeah.
but
We solved the dumb that's.
Oh, I wasn't using the right mic.
And
Does this sound a lot better? Oh, okay. Maybe I was using the right mic. I don't know. Mic sounds like not your headset. Yeah, I don't think I was using. Okay, cool. Yeah. So now it should be. Now it should be much better. That sounds worse. What do you mean? You don't like my voice? More intimate? Yeah. Who's that guy who said he was falling asleep? It sounds worse now? Oh, what? Okay, I switched it back. What you mean? It's too quiet?
I don't know. It's like super quiet.
Oh, okay. I just need to.
It's like you're far away.
which means that
Okay, I need to.
very likely.
Does this sound better, guys? Can you guys hear me? Much better now. See, does it sound good? Testing. Syllabus. Okay. Maybe I just need to move this closer to my. Okay. So. Alright. So let's continue on. I think I was seeing where things were going. So let's clear the console. So this guy's already outside. So I'm gonna put this back in. Alright, and then take it out. What does it do? Okay, it's there before. So let's see. Location, no more. What? Let me item. That doesn't really make sense, because it doesn't have container position before and after, but it. Let's just, maybe it's. Why is it doing that? Okay, let's just. I just need to see what it looks like again. Oops. And then also I need to make it so you can put items into the container. Maybe without a, I don't know. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Are you allowing for container inception? Yes, but only a container inside a container, and then it stops there. So I actually need to do that, because that's gonna be actually. I should probably do that right now instead of moving things inside, because I'm already on the track of like ordering things and stuff like that. So I'll come back to this later, because I kind of set that up a little. So I should be able to, like, say here, or let's do it in here. I should be able to go like that. Can I do it? It's already set up. It's so cool. But right now I can I can do ultimate or infinite inception. Oh no, it flips out once I do that. But that's cool. It already works. Let me see if it actually stays though. And like, I need to. What will be on self-crafted armor, AJ? I'm not sure. You'd have to ask JB or Ben or MJ. Yeah. I mean, it broke. It was supposed to break. It wasn't supposed to let it happen. So maybe something brilliant happened. But it's nice to see that having a container inside a container already works. I just need to make it look like it's actually inside the container, which it kind of does, and it can close and open and stuff like that. I'm gonna put a bunch more containers in my inventory, so I can just put a bunch of containers in there, in this one container. Let me build real quick. What about a container inside a container? Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. It does actually work. You can have multiple containers inside of one container, but then you can't have containers inside those containers that are in containers. So I'm gonna make a couple more containers so I can test this out, and then I just need to make it the containers inside the container, make it smaller. Yeah, only 2 levels of containering. Exactly. And then eventually there's gonna be permissions on containers and stuff like that, so you can only put in certain items into certain containers, or you'll have limits like max, like max item count or max mass or max item count and mass, or you'll only be able to put swords or some stuff like that. Why are there 3 helm slots? It's for your skull, your face, and your neck. And then you have under, so under gear. Oh no, it's gonna. Let's see. Max item. Max item. Let's put more before it reboots. So hopefully that. No, that didn't do it. Okay, I don't think I. Okay, sweet. Let's see. I need to get the item sheet out. I don't remember what these guys are called. Actually, I think I can just look on. No, I can't. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. Let's see. I need to. Okay, this is what it's called. I'm just gonna add a bunch right now, a bunch of different ones. I don't have any of the permission stuff yet, but this I'm just gonna make them, you know, work on separate rows. I think they already do work on separate rows and stuff like that in the containers, because the containers themselves are they're practically just inventories, like separate inventories. Mass container. So yeah, these guys just got added. Maybe I should add more, but is there? I think there's a way to add like a bunch at the same time. I think I just need to add like say 5. Will this add 5? Oh no, it just added 1. I think that's fine. Okay. Oh. Let's see. So let's go back and then let's open up the browser. Okay. Let's close this guy, and then let's see. Nope. I think I need to the API server is rebooting right now. Okay, so it's up. So we have all the stuff. Let's move our containers inside. For some reason, These are failing. Saying player not found. Well, it doesn't really matter right now. Let's see. So I'm gonna put these on different rows. You can also add rows to your. Let me see if this actually works. Well, that shouldn't be doing that. So I also need to make the position in the containers keep. So that's good. Let's move this guy down here. Yeah, so I need to squish. So I need to squish the borders to these guys. So I wonder how I can. Let's see. Let's look and see. Okay. So we need a way to let these guys know that they're actually inside a container, or we could just say, we could just push them in on all of them. Maybe we should see what that does. Let's just see. Alright. Okay, so that's not good, but let's just see. So that's what it'll look like. It's a little confusing right now. Let's is inner. So we need a way. I don't know why I have to do that. And then let's go. Let's go content. Well, let me see. Let me see. Oops. Okay, here we go. That is not what I wanted. Okay. So, this is a concept that JB made, but I think one of these has a container inside it. Yeah, this guy. Okay, so we kind of just need to give the same spacing that the slots have with the containers. And right now they don't. They're just flush to the edge. Well, the slots are flush to the edge. So we just need to give all of these guys a little more spacing, and then it should look normal. So it's not the container we need to give the spacing to, it's the slots. But because I'm using this, I need to container row. Maybe I'll just say is container row true. And then go to this guy. Move these guys down. I don't actually need this, I don't think. Actually I do, because I'm still using it. Container row. So that'll be the default. This is on the item container. Oh, oops. I'm gonna do it the same way I did this guy actually. So I'm not gonna do this. And then if, let's say, let's put this guy on the bottom. Margin. This container item. Where is this guy? I'm gonna rename this to container is open. And then stat props that index is then let's do 10 0 10 0 10 0 10 and then actually let me put these guys. That's not gonna, I don't think that's gonna work out. Let's just see what it looks like. It's just gonna have extra spacing between the side and the slot next to it. Okay, so what the it's not supposed to look like that. So Yeah, let's not do that. Let's yeah, I don't want to do that. Instead, okay, I think I'm just gonna add it to here. Like make it. Why is this? That was weird. Make a container for it. So hopefully that should be. That should work. Okay, let's see. Okay, so it added with, so it didn't actually push everything inside. So we just whoa. I'm just gonna do this for now. I'm not actually gonna keep this, but I just want to see. Yeah, so we just need to So I think we're on the right path. Like I don't want to do this with I just want to just with pure CSS. I don't want to have to know if I'm a container row or not. So then I'm just gonna get rid of this. Alright, so it's like I have to get out of that perfect width because the padding messes up the row calculation. Nacho Artemis, your programming game. I'm programming the Inventory 4 game called Camelot Unchained. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. Yeah, for some reason they're duplicating, but this looks good. They're opening up inside the container on different rows, and then you can also open up multiple containers, and then everything is working good. So what happens when you close the big container while the other containers are open? I don't even know which one the big container is. Let's close all these guys. Alright, so okay, cool. It's just messing up moving. Do you play MMOs? Currently I've been playing a lot of FPSs, but you know, I grew up playing World of Warcraft and Guild Wars 2, stuff like that. But right now I'm playing Black Squad. I was playing CS:GO for a little bit, and then now I'm playing Black Squad. But I'm pretty casual right now. Oh, I also played RuneScape. I loved playing RuneScape. Played so much RuneScape. Guild Wars 2, your main game. Yeah, I played it for a couple months, and I had a thief. I never got too serious in the World v World. This is TypeScript, not your Artemis. RuneScape equals mini WoW. RuneScape came before WoW, actually. But totally different games. You should look into EVE Online. It's free to play. Yeah, I've seen EVE Online. My dad plays EVE Online. He's been playing for the past couple years. But I have never played EVE Online. I've just seen him playing it. So let's fix this thing. I don't know why. Oh, maybe it's because it's open. Let's see if I'm getting anything. No. Okay, so it's probably somewhere in here on this guy. Let's just see what it is. Yeah, RuneScape reminded me a lot of the early Final Fantasy. I never got into the Final Fantasies that much. I did play I think it was Final Fantasy 14, their MMO, for like a month, but didn't really like it. I felt it was really boring. I was always falling asleep while I was playing it. But the music was really good in that game. And the beginning was pretty fun. It was just the dungeons were so boring. So yeah, so it's actually not doing what I want it to do. I liked Final Fantasy 14, but had to stop due to lag issues. Yeah, I think a lot of people liked it because of the story. CSGO for the win, even though I've been stuck at Supreme rank and can't get past it. Isn't Supreme rank like pretty good? Isn't that like Platinum or Diamond in other games? Is that the one with the 2 AKs or some 2 AKs? Third from the top. Jeez, man. Yeah, I'm not that good at CSGO. I was, like, 2 years ago, I got up to Gold Nova Master, and then I just quit for a while, and then I'm not that good anymore. I don't want to say my rank because it's embarrassing. So I don't... So it should be... So I don't think I'm ever deleting... Okay, that's good. That's fine. It's right here. This is where we need to look. So this is not happening. Let's just make sure. So we don't actually need this guy. This is where it's failing. Looks fine. So this is working well. It's just this guy is not. So inside. OMG CSGO player making DI. Nah, I'm not. I wouldn't consider myself a CSGO. I mean, I guess I am a CSGO player because I play it, but I grew up playing fantasy games and MMOs. Like, my first game I ever played was probably Diablo 2, Lord of Destruction, I think it's called. And then after that, it was World of Warcraft. And then played those games for a couple years. But Diablo 2 was amazing. I love Diablo 2. I went back to that game so many times. Did you ever play Dayak? No, I never played Dayak. So the API server is rebooting right now. Yeah, back in the day when I first started playing Diablo 2, I think I had a barbarian and he was level 80, and the coolest thing was when you had a full set, your character would glow, just like shine. I thought that was so cool. But then I came back to it and there were all the what's it called, the rune armors and stuff like that, like Enigma and stuff like that. Substrike JK, welcome. And then I remember playing in Amazon. If you like D2, you should check out Path of Exile. Oh, I already have, man. I have like probably 250 hours on that game. That was a great. I love Path of Exile. It's such a good game. Yeah, I had a Ancestral Warchief build in the Harbinger League. Okay, so now it's working. I don't know why. Maybe it's because when I open it, it's like certain items duplicate, certain items don't. Doesn't make sense. Well, because before am I changing? No. So this guy doesn't have. That's why it's not entering that block, but it should. Oh, because I'm moving him inside. Am I ever, when I move someone inside, okay. So what's happening is I'm putting the item inside the container. I'm not updating the container position, and then I'm trying to move it over and trying to delete the position that it was at before, but it doesn't have a position because I'm not updating it. Because the position is still null. Check all your semicolons. No, that's not the issue. So why is it doing that? I'm not continuing. Oh, maybe I need to update this guy before. Let's see if this. Let's container item. Yeah, so I need to make a new container item. And then just use the same data, but just update its position. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So where? So this is gonna be slide index interface, yeah. No, this is actually just gonna be. Okay, so what is he complaining about? What is this? What do you mean? Am I spelling it right? Oh. That's why. And then add the new container item. So now it should be fixed. Should not be making duplicates anymore. Are you able to use Redux or any other state management? Sputnik 604 asks. We do for some widgets, but we started using local state more often. I mean, Redux is a lot, and also, in my opinion, Redux starts to get really, really confusing and really big and hard to see where everything is. Or not, I guess it's all going to be in one place, but it's hard to see what everything does. Like you can, when you have local state in all the components, you can see what each component is responsible for. When you have Redux, you know, but yeah, we do use Redux for a couple of our widgets. So yeah, this shouldn't be, yeah, so this is good. And that's good that it closes. Let's see if I can drag an element inside of itself. That's not good. Yeah, I shouldn't be able to drag it inside of itself. So I'm gonna disable drag for those guys. If disable drag. Well, let's just say see if well let me just see what, because the drop zone is gonna be, well, I think it's like that. I could check if it's a container item. That is container. Oh no, it's not a load. It's gonna be a Pia. Okay. Move this guy down here. I need this guy to know that he's in. Yeah, so I guess I do need to let these guys. And then eventually here I'm gonna say if is in container. Then don't drop. And then I can also say no. Let's do something special. We have not. I'm not sure. And then we'll have to do something in here too. So like if you're already in a container and you're trying to move into a double container, then we have to make it turn red or something. So is container item. So these are. Let's see. Okay. Well, actually, I already know if it is a container item. I don't actually need this. This guy should also be. So what happens if you drop an item on top of another item? They just swap positions. Okay. Slot type. So I thought I had a oh, because they can also be different types. And then no. Okay, yeah. So if it is a container, then we check if it already is in a container. You know what, let me just okay, so now it's in. This is a container inside a container. I'll drag enter. So that I don't think I need to be calling in the enter yet, or figuring that out yet, because this is called on the. I think I need to call it. So, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. So then we return background color, because I'm getting the data from return background color. I need to turn these into variables. Okay, so this is the green, this is the red. So I'm gonna turn these guys into what color is that? It's red. Okay. So this is not allowed color. 186, 50. Not allowed color, allowed color. All right. And then this guy will be not allowed color. So now if we try to put the dude inside himself, it should turn red. If we try to put a container inside a container that's already in a container, it should also turn red. But it'll still allow it to drop. We haven't set that up yet. Balaboo, you're streaming at work? Yep. We, everyone here, or most people here stream. Like a lot of the artists. We have two streams a day, maybe. 1 or 2 streams a day. Yeah, so I don't need is container item anymore. Is that all I was complaining about? So let's see, what's up with this guy? Oh, because I'm still asking for... Yeah, I don't need this. And I also don't need this. I think I took it out already. Wow, so you're allowed to show the whole code. This is just our UI code. But yeah, you can see all of our UI code. It's all open source and public. It's and people will, you know, help out in the community, and also you'll be able to make your own mods, UI mods. And then our API is also public, so you can use data from our API server or our public API. Okay. So that's not turning red. Maybe, I wonder what if it's... So let's see. Data. So this is going to be the data of the dragged item. I know. Am I allowed to build a radar mod that shows every enemy on a mini-map? Probably not. How deep is that bag and bag going? It's only going one level down. Or I guess it'll only ever be a bag in a bag. So we're trying to prevent it from being more than that. Information about automated you cannot see shall not be sent to. Conveyor U X, what technologies are using in the game? For the game, we're building a custom engine, and then they use C# and C++. Right now I'm using TypeScript and React to build our UI. Okay. Oh, it's not going to be in here. It's going to be so this is fine. Let's keep that, but we also need to, because this is an empty one. let's just set up I think it's called that. So then let's see what it's saying. So I'm thinking it's actually going to be it's not actually going to be that. It's going to be this guy. And then I'm going to put his Hey AJ, recommend me some books on UI design or any aspect of game development that you stand by. I don't actually use that many books for UI design or game development. I just watch a lot of YouTube videos to, see people's opinions and stuff like that. So, and there's plenty of good content on YouTube that just people will talk about, if you look up good game UI on YouTube, you'll find a couple videos, pretty good videos where they analyze different games. And then just, play around in different games and look at the UI and see what you like, see what feels good, see what's fun. Okay. Let's make this guy like that. And then instead of doing this, okay, go like this. And then I think I can go like that. And then I can just go okay. And then I need to import okay. And then I want to just see, let's move these guys in. I just want to see what I'm actually getting. Let's just see why. Okay, so I'm actually just getting the item. So if I went like this, then it would work, but everything else would not. Oh yeah. Hmm. So what can I do? D2 info. Okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go in there. So that's what it is. And then I can go, I think I can go slot. Just gonna see if this works. Yeah. Okay. Then I need to go in here and send. Just want to see if this works out. Okay. And then this guy. This has to, yeah, okay, let's just keep going on with this and then see if, just to see if what I did works, and then we can figure out a better way to get this sent to, or get it inside the empty item drop zone component. Okay. Am I still, let's see. Oh, it's because I'm passing in the ID. Where am I? Yeah, that's not what I needed. For now, let's just do this. And go like that. Okay, cool. So, because right now I have it set up to look if it's this is why it's turning red. So that works. Like this is good. This isn't. But I know why this is happening. So instead of doing that, let's just get rid of all this. And then get rid of this guy. And that. And then go in here, get rid of these guys. Yeah, we never needed them. So now we need to stop it from dropping onto the, so well, let's drag over. Let me see. I think this is gonna be, I'm just gonna see, what is this, and then what is this? Uh-oh. Oh, unused. Let's see. Okay, that should fix those errors. Muffy Super Gosu, hey, if I want to start programming, which language would you recommend? Probably something like Java, or you could take a course on it. Just take like an intro to CS course or something at a community college, or you could go on some websites and learn Java. Actually, maybe Python. Python is a good language to learn at first. Simple. Okay, so it did build. Let's see what data we're giving it when we drop. Oh, well, I already have. Oh, so I need to make sure if it's. I need to go. Yeah, you can also just go on YouTube and there's a bunch of free stuff. All right. I think this is. So this isn't anything. It would be nice. Maybe I need to Zeke's playing. Good luck, have fun, night night. All I need to sleep. It is 1:34 here in Turkey. Good night, man. So I do have, this is, if only I had the container ID on the actual data transfer. Alright, let's see. I just want to see what I can. Maybe I need to make a generic inventory drag item object or something that has the container ID on it. And then if you're not in a container, it's null for every inventory item. Instead of just sending the item. Okay. That is so okay. So here I'm gonna just say get drag.
Okay, so what do I want on this? So I definitely want a container ID. Do I have that in here? I can. Okay. Strike JK, you could create a shadow image of the item for your mouse cursor if you drag it and only actually transfer to the new slot. Drop of the whole process is actually valid. Well, that's kind of what we do now, but I'm trying to come up with the ways to figure out if the process is valid right now. But right now we do create a shadow image of the item. And it's for your mask. Yeah, like right now I'm coming up with a way to figure out if it's valid or not, to the drop zone, to figure out, is this allowed to be dropped on me. Okay. So then I can just return that. That'll stay normal. And then if okay, so this may be a lot more simple. Okay. I think it's drag. So I'm going to do that for both these guys. Okay. So this guy should have an optional prop. It's container ID. Then pass it in to both these guys. Okay. So then this should be good. So this is the data that's going to be passed to the drop zone when it's over, when the item is over the drop zone. So if it isn't a container, the drop zone will have the ID of the container of the drag target. So I'm going to keep this log here just to make sure that I'm getting it, because then I can compare because the drop zone already knows what its container ID is, so I can compare the drop zone's container ID to the drag target's container ID. Are you using React D&D? No, I'm using a drag and drop that we built. I tried React D&D and it wasn't really working with our stuff, so I tried a couple of solutions, already built solutions, but none of them seem to work very well with our game. So we eventually just made our own drag and drop. Okay, so I need to get the container ID into the draggable item component. So let's see. So when do I have? If the items aren't stackable, will the drag fail or will the items swap? Olovec asks. They'll swap, but yeah. Currently, any item that's stackable, we'll just stack. And right now, the tech is on the back end is built for you to split them up, I believe, but currently there's no way in the UI to break up stacks. So yeah, that's something that'll need to be built. Okay. And then I imagine if if you put an item, or you put an item in one of the slots in the container, it'll just go to inside the container, in that slot in the container. Okay, so create container. Okay, cool. Bags and bags will be nice. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things for that we have in our UI and plan to do that'll help manage your inventory, like color coding containers and stuff like that, and filters and searches and customizing your filters. Because inventory management can be a hassle sometimes. I was never too good at inventory management, especially in RuneScape. My bank was disgusting. Alright. City Sky. Nice. So the item container is doing that. Then how come? Okay. Oh, I already have. Go. Okay. I think I can actually. Okay, so now that should have it. Then I go in here. So now this data transfer should have the container ID on it. So it should. I don't have it updated here. And then all other items that aren't in a container should. Hey, Sebius guy from YouTube. Will bags within bags be objects you need to make, or will they be virtual spaces within the main container? It's just like any container that. Yeah, that's an MJ question. Or JB, I'm sure JB knows. Because I don't really understand the question. Yes, bags will be crafted real items. Okay, so I'm just gonna see if I get the right data. It should just be an object with the item and the container ID. So this should be just the item, and then that should be okay. Cool. Yes, so I am getting the correct one. So now I can. Okay, cool. That's fine. Why is it doing that? Okay, cool. So then if that. Let me hold up. Okay, or I'm gonna change this to this guy. How many founder points for a bottomless bag? That's an MJ question. No, okay. Okay, so if e.data transfer dot container ID. For now, just then we can actually drop it here, but else don't. Or yeah, that's fine. Okay. So this is gonna be this guy. And then I'm gonna make a type for both of these guys instead of using any. But I just want to see this. Okay. Inventory and fragment. I'm just gonna comment this guy out for. Actually, I'm just gonna delete him. Okay. Let's see. So this should be green. I don't know why that's not working. Let's say this. If not, that's why. Or, okay, cool. So now this should work. Okay. Drop. Yep. Okay, nice. So you can't put a guy inside himself anymore. You also can't put a container inside another container. But there seems to be some other stuff, so we'll look at that. But first I'm gonna take a 3-minute break. I gotta go use the bathroom. I'll be right back. Hello, hello. Fire mage versus water mage, who would win? Water mage, probably. Will this allow dragging armor from the doll slots to the bag? If so, is there a check made to prevent swapping a shoe on the doll and a breastplate, etc. from the bag? So that shouldn't happen. Because the doll slot is responsible for allowing things. It's not the item that's responsible to figure out if it's allowed to go in the slot. It's the drop zone. So the drop zone is like, can the guy that's over me or that was just dropped on me actually be dropped on me? So the breastplate slot is only accepting breastplates. Yeah, water mage would probably always beat a fire mage because water puts out fire. But in like, I don't know, World of Warcraft or something, I remember water mages were super overpowered for a little while, and then they got nerfed, and then fire mages became overpowered. I don't know. It's responsible for validating whether the item can be put in it, or that's how I have it set up. So it's kind of like each slot has its own, I guess you could say, permissions, not real, I guess. And then if the item you're dragging meets those permissions, then it'll be able to drop on. What if I want to carry a battle axe as a breastplate? Well, you're out of luck. Okay. Let's see. I forgot what I was doing. Okay, so this is what we just did. Okay, that's what we need to fix, but you can't do that. That's easy. You just take off your breastplate and run around the Viking area. Okay, so we need to fix it turning red when you can actually move it. Where's this guy? If the helm slot only accepts helm, if you drag a worn helm to gloves in the bag would initially accept the change. But the helm slot will fail. Are both slots checked simultaneously or one after another? Wait, what? No, it's the only one that's doing the check is the slot that the item is over currently. So when the helmet slot goes over, I imagine this is what you mean. What did you say? Helm to gloves in the bag. In the bag. Well, these guys are already doing the check. So like I can't bring a siege engine over and equip it. It'll just go back with gloves in the bag. Open a bag. So like go here and put in here, and then try to put this in like my helmet slot. I won't be able to. It'll just go back to the bag. I'll put that in there and then here. Yeah, it's not gonna like that. I'm so confused. No, drag the helm to. How do you put a siege engine in your pocket? Yeah, but anyways. How do you fit a siege engine in your pocket? It's magic. I think MJ refers to it as like the magic bag or magic inventory. Yeah, you don't have a siege engine in your pocket, Blaine? Put hands in inventory. Take helm from avatar and drop it on hands. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, currently I guess it just turns red. It'll just be like, hey, you can't do that. Oh yeah, so so when you're unequipping things, you can't drop them or swap them on other items. You have to put it on an empty slot, and then you can swap them. So once it's in your inventory, you can do that. Maybe someday I can move items over, but that's up to JB to design. But right now, currently, it just doesn't do that. I thought you meant if I try to equip a glove in my head slot. I was like, Okay, so yeah, I think that's the power of like having permissions on a certain, like what, I guess, the slots or the drop zones instead of the drop target. I guess you could go both ways though. Lemarius, welcome. I'm old and retired, learned BASIC and Fortran back before the Windows days. What would be the best language to get back into things? Just for fun, not for professional development. Depends on what you want to make. If you want to make some, if you want to make some websites, then JavaScript, and you can go on YouTube for any of this. If you want to make games, get into Unity or something that's really easy to learn, and that's C# or JavaScript. Thanks, Lamiris. Dulos OG777. Treehouse has some courses on programming phones and such. Yeah. Also, if you wanna be able to program both websites and mobile, you can learn JavaScript and do both. Because there's a framework called React Native that allows you to program iOS and Android using, JavaScript and web ideologies. It's built by Facebook too. So it's pretty popular too, both React and React Native. Okay. Okay, so that's what we need to do. We need to go here. And then we can actually just go. I'm gonna do the same thing that this guy is doing, because I can do that. And then I can not in container. So this guy would be background color allowed, and this guy would be not allowed. Okay, so now that color weirdness should be fixed. What's your opinion on Visual Studio to take the grunt work out of designing the UI and common Windows widgets? I don't know. I don't have opinion. I don't think I've had to do anything for Windows widgets before. I just do web dev. Okay, so this should not be red. It should let it drop though. This should still be okay, so this is not allowed. Maladao, what is this written in? This is TypeScript or JavaScript if you're not familiar with TypeScript. The man with no screen name. Ask and you shall see. Did you build that UI in the browser with just Canvas? No, I'm building it with React. It's a JavaScript framework. But we can actually. Oh well, that's not good. You can put it if it's out of the inventory, then you put it. But let me build this in the game and see if this all works. It should, but just to make sure. Does anyone like Fresca? I think it's so good. It's no calories. Tastes sweet. So those items you're moving around the screen are just like normal divs. Yeah. Literally HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It's all web development. You know, divs, images, stuff like that, but pretty much, yeah. Fresca. Fresca? Sparkling flavored soda. Tastes pretty good. Okay, that's fine. We'll need to fix that, and then also that. Yeah, it's like red. Should be fine. Raspberry Fresco was my favorite. This is original citrus. Yeah, I think I've had Fresco a couple times. I think I've had the raspberry flavor before, but we have a couple cans in the office and they're so good. And it's even better because they're 0 calories. You feel full after you drink it, and you already know that you're not, you know, it's 0 calories, and it tastes sweet. Is there any other benefit to coding the UI elements in CSS, JavaScript, HTML other than simplicity? Would having done it all in whatever the rest of the game is coded in better somehow? I guess the main reason is because, you know, any web dev can pick up you know, some of our code or use our public facing API and just make UI mods. So any community member can just, since it's all, you know, open to the public, they can just make their own mods. And so, you know, that is the advantage to using CSS, JavaScript, HTML with our UI. I don't know the simplicity of doing it with, you know, our engine. What?
It would suck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It would suck. Especially because a lot of people know, you know, web dev. So you already pretty much every web dev already knows how to make all these UI widgets. Got here late. The ballista has storage for ammo. Yeah. So a siege engine is pretty much a container. It has so each container is an item, and for it to be container, it has a contain items property on it. And so if it has a contain items array with items in that array, then it's a container. And a siege engine does. So you can practically just load up your siege engine in your inventory right now. Sure, it's zero calories, but you know that artificial sweetener is just going to change you to xenomorph or something. Hey man, xenomorph is the future. I actually don't know what a xenomorph is. It sounds futuristic. Yeah, I imagine making UI with C++ would suck, but people like games that use Unity, they build their UIs with C#, so I don't think it's like it would be terrible. But our client is written in C++. I don't know how that would all work though. So you cannot put your pocket siege into bags. Oh, you probably could. You could probably have like a container, you know, that has no mass limit or whatever, and you could just put the siege engine into that. Oh, I guess you couldn't put a loaded siege engine into. Well, I don't know. I mean, that's up to design. If there's you know permission denied for all siege engines inside another container, then that'll be it. But you'd have to ask like Ben or JB or MJ, because that's a good question. So you cannot put your pocket siege into bags. Cause, yeah. That's also another problem. That brings up. Yeah, you can put bags in bags one deep. That's true. I mean, I guess I have to. That's good you bring that up because. Oh, you're not going to have a pocket siege anyhow. It's just a current testing feature. Xenomorph are the species of aliens in alien movies. Okay. Can you store non-animal in a siege? I don't. It depends on the permissions that I get sent down to me from the API server. So whatever the API server tells me I can put items into, or that whatever the API server tells me what items can be accepted in this container will be able to be accepted. Yeah, but okay. Let me bring up the browser again. You just fix it so you cannot put players into bags, right? If players were items, they probably could. But can I put corpses of my victims in my inventory? I don't know. That's a design question. Because I know in like Diablo 2 you can put people's ears in your inventory and stash. Like when you duel someone and kill them, you get their ear, and then the tooltip tells you their level and their player name. Are player bodies considered bags too? Can I put a castle in my pocket? Maybe if the castle is small enough. I love logging in with level 8 PvP enable at level 9 and stealing all high level ears. Yeah. I remember back in the day I had an Amazon, and she was I had the stats right, so everyone or like I would have the stat restrictions I guess mitigated by other pieces of armor, or the armor would build up so it would allow me to equip other armor, so everyone else would see me as like a naked Amazon, but I would have all this armor equipped and I'd be super strong, but everyone would think I was, you know, super weak because I had no armor on to them. And Amazons were the best duelers, you know, having that javelin. I don't remember the ability, but yeah, that was a bug. It was a good bug though. It was kind of sick when you saw someone who had no armor on and was just killing everyone. All right. So I think let's see if I can knock this guy out real quick and then I'll call it. So that's good. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna try to fix. I think it's literally just like that. Like and that should fix that issue. Amazon, everything from the mechanics to the bugs, just scream troll for that class. See you around. CSIV Sky, thanks for joining. Yeah, also for PvE, I know everyone had it hammered in Paladin. So fun. I also had a hammered in Paladin for that magic find. And then I'd get the items for my Amazon PvPer. So now you well, that didn't. Okay, that's good. And then this one should be the same. Okay, so that bug should be fixed where you put the container, open container inside of itself. Yeah. I'm fine, thank you. Alright, fine. Just a little. Oh, so you guys can probably hear me eating. Yeah, so that didn't seem to work, so well, I'm gonna call it does Tyler look different today? Yeah, he got a nice haircut the other day. Okay, well, I'm gonna call it a stream, guys. Thank you for joining. See you later.